Today we're talking about why I am cringe. This is an AI generated PowerPoint. It took about 12 seconds for this thing to generate it, and all I gave it was the sentence, why am I cringe? I've read the first slide, and that's it. Alright, so today we're going to talk about the introduction, embracing my cringiness. Nice. What is cringe? We're going to have to talk about what it is to be cringe, why being cringe is not always a bad thing. That's important. The social stigma of being cringe, overcoming the fear of being cringe, and the conclusion, embracing your cringiness. Sick. Okay, so I can't read this from you. Alright, gamers, what does it say? I have a confession to make. I am cringe. My awkward dance moves to my corny jokes. I have always been a bit of an embarrassment. But you know what? I've learned to embrace it. In a world where everyone is trying to be cool and collected, being cringe is actually kind of refreshing. Nice. One experience that really highlighted my cringiness was in high school when I tried out for the cheerleading squad. Let's just say my jumps were more like hops and my splits were more like squats. But instead of getting discouraged, I laughed it off and realized that being cringe can actually be pretty funny. That's funny. That's pretty funny, I gotta say. Okay, next slide. Next slide. Hey, dude. No, there's the picture. There's the picture. Next slide, please. Cring. It says cring. It actually says crib. But, you know, they're getting better. These AI artists are getting better at letters and words. What is cringe, gamers? Cringe is a term often used to describe behavior that is awkward, embarrassing, or uncomfortable to watch. It can range from bad jokes to social faux pas to downright cringe-worthy moments. Think of your cringe compilations, right? Put me in them. Beep. Construction is still going on, by the way. Some examples of cringe-worthy behavior include cheesy jokes or cheesy pickup lines, over-the-top public displays of affection, and awkward dancing. Yeah, that seems pretty fair. Despite its negative connotations, cringe is actually a pretty common human experience. We all have moments where we say or do something that makes us want to crawl in a hole and disappear. That's pretty fair. And while it may be uncomfortable in the moment, it's important to remember that we're all human and we all make mistakes. Wow. Very wholesome. This is a very wholesome presentation about being cringe. Okay, why being cringe is not always a bad thing. While cringe-worthy moments can be uncomfortable, they can also be a form of self-expression and authenticity. When we embrace our cringiness, we're showing the world we're not afraid to be ourselves. Oh, that's nice. Sorry, I can't fucking read. If I crouch, it actually kind of works. I'm just huge now. Kind of look like a fucking JoJo pose. Where was I? We are showing the world that we're not afraid to be ourselves, flaws and all. And sometimes being a little bit cringe is what sets us apart from the crowd. There are plenty of successful individuals who have embraced their cringiness and achieved great things. Take Steve Urkel from Family Matters, for example. He was the ultimate cringe character, but he was also beloved by millions of viewers by being true to himself and becoming an icon of 90s pop culture. Wow, I never really thought about Steve Urkel like that. True, based. The social stigma of being cringe. Unfortunately, my powers flick. Ow! Oh, I just looked right into the light. Ow! Oh, that actually hurt. Sorry. Unfortunately, society often views cringiness as a negative trait. We're taught to strive for perfection, and anything less is seen as failure. This can lead to feelings of shame and embarrassment when we inevitably make mistakes or do something cringeworthy. According to a recent survey, over 70% of people have experienced social anxiety related to feeling cringe. Is that a real stat? Are they surveying people? And one of the things is just, you ever felt cringe? On a scale of 1 to 10, how cringe are you? New study. Okay, this can manifest as a fear of public speaking, avoiding social situations, or even physical symptoms like sweating and shaking. It's important to recognize that these feelings are normal and it's okay to be cringe sometimes. You hear that, gamers? It's okay to be cringe sometimes. Cool. Here's this picture. Sorry, I'm kind of been blocking the picture. Believe. You believe. Wait, that would also. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. I'm assuming it's trying to say believe. uh, okay. Overcoming the fear of being cringe. If you're someone who struggles with cringiness, there are a few things you can do to overcome your fear. First, try to reframe your thinking. Instead of seeing cringe as a negative trait, see it as a unique part of your personality that sets you apart from the crowd. Thanks. Second, practice self compassion. I don't know what that is. Remember that everyone makes mistakes and that it's okay to be imperfect. I agree. I think that's pretty fair. Finally, don't be afraid to take risks and put yourself out there. The more you embrace your cringiness, the less power it will have over you. And and who knows, you might just inspire others to do the same. Maybe so, who knows? Is that the end? No, conclusion. Conclusion. Embracing your cringiness. Alright, last slide, gamers. In conclusion, being cringe is not always a bad thing. While it may be uncomfortable in the moment, it can also be a form of self-expression and authenticity. By embracing our cringiness, we're showing the world that we're not afraid to be ourselves. Flaws and all. It's pretty awesome, actually. So the next time you find yourself doing something cringeworthy, don't be too hard on yourself. Instead, embrace it and use it as an opportunity to connect with others and show off your unique personality. After all, life is too short to be anything but cringe. Very wholesome presentation. That was nice. That was very nice.